Have you ever thought what are those little symbols in writing?
Ha! Symbols?
Yes, such as these. Well, those are called punctuation marks.
What are punctuation marks?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because me and my group mates are going to talk about the three major parts of a paragraph and different punctuation marks. Let's get started! So before we start, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Emmanuel Christian B. Omland. And what are the three major parts of a paragraph? We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Let's start with the introduction. The introduction, it what captures the attention of the readers, it establishes the importance of the topic, and it provides the background information. It also connects the opening sentence to the topic sentence. In simple words, the introduction is the hook of your paragraph that aims to grab the reader's attention. Next, we have the body. The body. It is the longest part of the composition as it consists of the supporting details and main idea. These sentences or the supporting details give specific details, factual information, concrete examples, and illustration. It also is the interpretation, explains the supporting details, and shows how these details relate to the point of the paragraph. Now, let's move to the final part, which is conclusion. We will have Miss Andrea for the conclusion.
So, conclusion. It closes the issues being discussed, ends the paragraph, and aims to convince the readers that all most important arguments about the topic. It summarizes the connection between detailed or information covered in the body parts of paragraph and introduction.
My name is Elvin Dave Dialaba. My topic is what is the meaning of comma? A comma is a punctuation mark is used in writing to separate item in a list. Commas are important for making your clear and easy to understand. Example of comma. I bought milk, eggs, breads, and cheese. Milk, eggs, bread, and cheese at separated item. With conjunction, I like to swim, play tennis, and ride my bike. What is important? Commas are like traffic signal for writing. They help you ready to understand the flow of your ideas, avoid confusion.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Hannah Sofia Lancelar, and my topic is apostrophe. An apostrophe is a punctuation mark used in English for three main purposes. Number one, to show position and ownership. Example, John's book. The books belong to John. For plural nouns, the student classroom, the classroom belongs to the student. Number two, to form construction, combining words by omitting certain letters. Example, don't, do not, it's, it is or it has. To indicate meaning letters or numbers. Example, rock and roll. And the class of 1990. Why it is important? The apostrophe helps clarify meaning in writing. Misusing it can cause confusion such as the boys' hats versus the boys' hat. The first means hats belong to boys in correct form, while the second shows ownership by one boy.
My name is Nicolicus Osip, and my topic is about the colon. The colon is used to introduce a quotation, an explanation, a clarification. A colon used in various technical and formal contexts. The mark used to introduce a last summary, an explanation, etc. are before reporting what somebody has said. The symbols used in writing, especially to introduce a list of things or a set. For example, a statement of proportions between two numbers or two separate hours from minute and minute from seconds in a numerical statement of time. And the other example is the leader is your mind. The theme, honesty is the best policy, to introduce a quotation. The purpose of colon is to give emphasis present dialogue, introduce less or ethics and clarify compassions. Title.
Parenthesis is one of a punctuation mark. It is a word, clause, or sentence that inserted as an explanation into a passage that is grammatically complete. It is a pair of round bracket used to mark off a parenthetical word or phrase. For example, Mr. Moore, the head teacher, shouted. Second example, I went to the cinema to meet James, my eldest brother. When do we simplify parentheses? Typically, parentheses are used sparingly in formal writing. In general, the most common of simplifying of parentheses is to add a size or unessential additional information. So, in my own opinion, I can ask myself, why parentheses is so important? It is important because they allow you to insert additional, non-essential information within a sentence, providing clarification, explanation, or side note without disrupting the main flow of the text.
Hi, I'm Samantha George B. Minaling. The dash is a punctuation mark used to add emphasis by creating a clause in the sentence. For example, he is John Santos, the class president. The dash points out the identity of John Santos, separating it from the rest of the sentence. This emphasis is helpful because it makes the reader focus on important details, making the writer clearer and easier to understand.
Hello, my name is Catrice Jean Rodriguez, and this is my topic. A semicolon is a punctuation mark used to link closely related ideas or to separate items in a complex list. First, connecting ideas. Sentence. I have a meeting tomorrow. I need to prepare tonight. Here, we have two independent clauses, complete sentences that can stand alone. First, I have a meeting tomorrow. Second, I need to prepare tonight. Instead of using a period or coordinating conjunctions, AJ or what we call example given and but, we use a semicolon to show a close connecting between the two thoughts. A period would make them seem separate, but a semicolon helps emphasize that the second idea is a direct consequence of the first. Why use a semicolon in these cases? In the first sentence, it connects closely related independent clauses. In the second sentence, it clarifies a list that already contains commas. The semicolon adds clarity, prevents confusion, and organizes sentences by linking related ideas or separating detailed links items. It makes writing more precise and proportional.
Punctuating direct quotation. Direct quotation is the direct speech or exact words of the speaker or writer's direct quotations are always placed within the quotation. For example, Dennis asked his classmate, "Have you been in Tokyo Disneyland?"
In setting of titles of books or stories and other works, there are two things we need to consider. For titles aside from having the first letters of all important words are capitalized, meaning all titles must be capitalized. Second, they can be typed in italics or enclosed in quotation marks. These are some examples. For books, we have How to Train Your Dragon, newspaper, Philippine Daily Inquirer, and songs, Thinking Out Loud. As you can see, the titles are all capitalized and enclosed in quotation marks.